Hi guys, it's me, Mikey BJD Boy, coming at you with updates part 2. Um, yeah, I tried to tape this earlier, and also I thought I did a box opening because I got my Miro doll order earlier. Came DHL this afternoon, and so my buddy here, Declan, whom I don't know if you've met Deck yet, but he's my Zoom Pussycat human version head, and this is the 61 centimeter Miro doll body, which I do need to service a little bit, but I do like the aesthetic. Of course, you had your miles worth of extra elastic coming out the top, so I just wound it up in his head cap because he has the type of mechanism where it goes, his face is on one side and the S hook goes on that, and then the back half and top plate go together and jigsaw in. So I think he turned out pretty good. I'm not sure about this wig. I mean, it's not horrid. Maybe it needs a little more work or something. I did cuts. It had these long, pardon me, straggly pieces to it. And so, yeah, I wasn't quite into it. So I took those off. I just razored them off. Used a hair razor and just kind of pulled it out. And that's what I like about fur wigs. You can do this kind of thing if you so choose, or you can tone it down. It's, pretty manageable, and they're pretty inexpensive as well. Well, yeah, he does need, I believe, tightened. And this middle joint, because he is a three-part torso, so that joint, I'm thinking it's going to need some hot glue. This joint, because they sanded it too much, it doesn't have that lip to hold it, so, but he sits really good. He is double jointed, so he can touch his face with some wiring, I bet, and sueding. He'll be good. So I ordered this body when they were having the sale, and so I picked it up for $100 where it's normally $120. Well, that's when they're having their special deals. So he doesn't hold that, but I think if you sueded him, he might, actually. I love the physique of this body. He does have a really, this body does have a really long neck, but that's the aesthetic I wanted for him. And actually it fits on this body quite well. Once the body's blushed, the head and the body will match. So, and I'll blush the hands. He's actually got, for the Miro doll hands, he's actually got a really nice detailing about his hands. And a decent range, not great by any means, but decent range. So, and his feet, are nice. They have nice detail to them. So it kind of almost at first put me in the mind of the XM line of bodies too. But after, further observation, they're similar, but they're not quite alike. Of course, the XM body has the tip of the toe that, you know, can, like, do tippy toe and all of that stuff. So, quite cool. So, he's one of my new buddies that I finally got together. I just put him in some, like, casual clothes just to hang out. Just so he had something. Oh, my free gift with purchase was this little Olaf. So, yeah, I got the Olaf. I didn't get the mermaid or any of that. And then I got one of these busts for my Akagi head. And it is absolutely perfect for it. So, yeah. Has a decent little range in there. And it's so neat to have it on my desk, on my workspace up here. It's so neat. So he's hanging out up there too. And great eye, Nancy, because yeah, it's a mini Blythe. It's one of the ones that Ray sent me. I love her. The other one's in the dollhouse with the dolls, because they like dolls too. So, yeah. So, and I've been, you know, now that I have a workspace, I've been and have everything in my drawers, because this is technically an old nail station. So I have everything organized in my drawers, that way I can find it. But I started work on the face up of this kitty. I don't know if it'll actually, kind of distorted. Gave her the little paw print on the bottom. Excuse my colored nails. You know, hair color. Even with gloves, you know, when I'm rinsing, yeah, I'll get it at that point or something. So yeah, that's all the farther I've gotten with this. This was gifted to me by BJD Photographer, and this kitty was actually white at one point, and I dyed it with Rit pink. And yeah, it's kind of a flamingo pink color. But in some light it looks, or in some photos it looks red as well. So, but so far so good. And I got it strung. These tinies, like the channels and everything, were so small. And trying to get, I used a wire to bring the elastic through. Well, inevitably it would always hit the spot it wasn't supposed to. So like the front leg, or, you know, veer off into the leg that I had already done in the back. So it was quite an endeavor. It was a little frustrating. Not gonna lie, but once I did get it done, I mean, as far as getting the kitty restrung, and I think her name is Minga, Minga Kitty, so, and she's a she, so, yeah, and I'm gonna go more of an animatic style, so, yeah, so she's been fun, you know, thank you BJD for Photographer for the gift and the inspiration, so just kind of went with it. I don't know if I've showed my Phoenix on the channel here, but here's Phoenix, and I want to say this His technical name is Jabari, and he was white, and I dyed him orange, and then embellished him. Did his eyes, made his eyes. Rise of the Phoenix. And I did wing detailing. Certain parts have a sheen, other parts don't. Kind of like that, because then, you know, certain areas pop. And Declan, I had to redo his wonk eyelash. And so I've always used Elmer's glue all and a toothpick, and, you know, you just dip into the glue all and, you know, go around. But the tacky glue, actually, you know, just a nice thin coat on a toothpick around, I mean, it sets so well. Yeah. And this is more permanent. I wanted something more permanent because with Elmer's you could actually pluck them off if you wanted to. These you really have to probably soak off. So, yeah. And I wanted them to be stable Mabel, not... Because I'm not going to give him another face-up unless I need to. And even then I'll probably need to soak them because I do so many layers when I do a face-up. So, yeah. But I just thought I'd share that because... And I mean, they just went... Blip, like, it was almost like a magnet. They just went in perfectly. But, you know, I don't know, but a lot of people, I don't know whether they cut them to size beforehand, like size them out and then cut them down, you know, and make sure you have a little give either way on the corners, so you have a little bit of leeway either way on the edges. That way you're not overlapping, because then it won't seal and your lash will pull off or whatnot, or when you set your eye, it'll fall out. So yeah, his just got messed up because it was leaning against something. So yeah. So that's another body down. Yes, that makes me oh so happy. A few less just sitting around heads. You know, I like the headstand too. That headstand to me is really super awesome. Highly recommend them. They're kind of really artistic, and that one I know I will blush it as well. And now I don't feel like there's such a rush to get his body, you know. He could almost share a body with somebody if that's the way it goes, and I'll be okay with it, because, you know, he was a cheapy head, and, you know, just kind of a neat piece. Kind of reminds me like of the old-fashioned head vases. So I really just enjoy that. What else was I gonna... There's so much I have to talk about. You know how that goes. We all ramble on. So, very happy that I finally got his skeleton hands on, and his wings, which the wings, I took a little bit of hot glue on the inside of the wings, like where the magnet is, and it acts like suede on that as well, so I can position them the way I want to. Otherwise they were so flopsy. But I'm so happy with him. I do want to eventually, because these wrists are like a square oval, I want to open them up a little bit, and the boiling technique would be a way to reshape them and just round it out so that the wrist sits better. I couldn't use an S hook with this design, so I had to literally string it through the hands and whatnot, and back up and around and into the chest cavity tie off. So quite an endeavor. I mean, not a bad range of motion though, but it does get hooked on the edges at times. So yeah, there's that. So, but a little more modding, and this is an AOD skeleton head. His name's Sid, by the way. And the hands, I got them off eBay. I want to say they were magical. They might have been AOD too. In fact, I think they were. They did take a while to get here, so yeah. But he's coming along quite nicely. I made his hat too. Well, not made the whole hat. I just added the feather because I'm like, that's cool. What else? The other day, I used my eBay gift card and I got a mini pull-up. And I just absolutely love her. She's so adorable. Little bow on top. So adorable. Little schoolgirl. She came with the white shirt, and she also came with the little handbag, which I had it here and now it's gone. But it's, well, her scale, teeny tiny, so I'll have to be finding that. What else? Oh, this girl, I've been meaning to show everybody. Well, she's a quirky little thing, and I did post her on Instagram a while back. But she's such a cute little girl. She doesn't have any articulation. She has the forward, backward, and oop, there went her glasses. But look at her eyes. Now, I'm sure I could probably reposition them and do like an upward and to the corner type, which I had thought about doing with her, but I thought she was so cute. And she's got that big head thing, and she's made of vinyl. And I got her at Ross's. I want to say I paid maybe $12, but it says 2015 New Adventures. I don't know who she is, but she was just too adorable, and she had a hat on. I didn't care for that very much, because it was, a lot of the items were kind of, that generic cheesy material. Even then I added these tinnies. I got these off of eBay, I believe, for like $1. So they go really cute. Yeah. So I thought I'd show you guys, because I just think she's adorable. And, oh, hold on. Let's just get a Blythe. And try not to take everything else out with it. And she took a bow backwards. But there's the... And I customized her face. I did all that work. Gave her a top hat. She came with this dress, which I was like, thank you. Shoes from Libby. These shoes have floated around. I just love them so much. I just need to break down and make a cool cat, whoop, cool cat order. So yeah, and this girl is just falling to shreds. Well, you know, we, our dolls sometimes they throw fits and act crazy, and like I was watching Trudy the other night, almost fell to the floor over our dolls, because I've done that. I've so done that. See, there goes another one. Well, here's a floating body. Uh, Floating body, and I found these wings, and I think I'm gonna do something there with her. So, recreate this babe. Do something cool, find her a really cool head, and see where that goes. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, the mini pull-up. Her name is Miki, Miki. And I believe it came from Tuesday morning, I believe. But I bought it off of eBay, and it was less than 20 bucks, I want to say, for this one. And I was really attracted to that one, so I'm like, go ahead and do that. Because fundage right now has been really tight, so, in fact, there's not a lot of new dollies on the horizon for a while. And if there is, it'll be because I'm recycling dollies in my collection out to bring others in. I've actually reached that point to where maybe, I haven't done it yet, but maybe some will go out. Not sure, not 100%. And I do have my Alice's collection order coming, which that was placed, I want to say, over 2 months ago. And that's for a USD body for my Carter head. So that'll be nice too, to have him complete and then start working on getting him detailed and dressed the way I want to. Yeah, a lot of my dolls, well, all my dolls for the most part are dressed. In one way, shape, or form. I generally don't have them naked and just whatever out on my shelves. So, but it's not always 100% what I envision the character per se to be in. And I do need to update, actually bring the stories of my characters to life and start telling some of those stories, like Killian and his crew's stories, and kind of their backstory, like character details per character, and maybe bring you like this one as a feature and this one as a feature. That way you kind of, or maybe a couple even, within that, tie together. So maybe Killian and his brother and his uncle, because a lot generates around them. Killian being my first BJD, a lot of the story is based around him, and his abilities, and why they had to go away and run away, and why his parents died, why so many million witches died during that battle. In fact, so much so, I want to say it limited the witch population tremendously, because it was a catastrophic battle. So, and some of the perpetrators of this battle and the evil of the Wiccan kind are actually after and want to destroy Demetrius and the boys because, yeah, they don't want anybody of their line alive as well, because they come from an original line. So does Mahogany. She comes from an original line too. They have the amulets that are of their ancestors that were created by some of the first witches that were granted the gifts that they were given. So, and through that lineage, they have such great powers. So, eventually I'll go into great detail about it. So, but anyway, guys, I think that's enough rambling because it's like 25 minutes and stuff. So, alright, guys, I love you very much. I will talk to you soon, and I won't be a stranger, I promise. Stay tuned. Love you all. Bye.